What's up, guys? We are back with a full slate of MLB action here on Wednesday, July 2nd. We're going to give out plays on every MLB game on the slate. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock, my pick that regardless of price, I think is the highest chance of cashing today. Slam that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing these videos every single day, and let us know what you're thinking in the comments. I personally answer every comment every single day. Check the pinned comment throughout the day to see our favorite picks, and it pays to check back a couple of times per day to see if there are any changes with injury news coming out and starters being confirmed. Yesterday, guys, was a messy day out there in the MLB with a bunch of games being postponed and even a game being suspended and stuff, but we managed to come out looking pretty okay. We had the Yankees at minus 165. That was an annoying spot. Max Fried, one of his worst starts of the season, and the Yankees bullpen couldn't get anyone out either, but we bounced back quickly. We hit that no-run first inning on the Twins-Miami Marlins game. That was a 2-0 win for the Marlins. They stay hot, but escaping the first inning with no runs, that's what we needed. We had the Brewers at plus 110. That one got rained out and will be replayed today. We had the Mariners at minus 135, an annoying 6-3 loss. Hancock wasn't good, and the Royals bullpen really had a great night, not giving up a single run despite having to soak up a lot of innings in that one. Now, we did have wins in both our dog of the day and our massive lock of the day. We had the Angels at plus 135 as our dog of the day. That was a 4-0 win behind an Anderson. Pretty solid start there, giving up 0 runs over 6 innings. The Atlanta bullpen is what eventually ended up costing the Braves the game and giving us the win, so we'll definitely take that. We also had the Rangers at minus 205 as our massive lock of the day. 10-2 blowout win. DeGrom was good, but they didn't even need it really with the offense going bonkers there for, not the greatest offensive team. So we'll certainly take that, guys. A 3-2 day with, one game being postponed and hitting our dog of the day. Not a bad way for, for a day that was so messed up in the MLB to go. But we'll take it. Let's go ahead and hop in. We got a ton of games, even a bunch of double headers to cover here on Wednesday. And first up, we're going to be looking at the Athletics going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Rays. The Athletics come into this one fresh off another win. They won 6-4 in Game 1 and 4-3 in Game 2 of this series. They'll hand the ball here in Game 3 to Mitch Spence. He's sporting a 3.82 ERA. Since coming over and becoming a starter, switching over to the rotation out of the bullpen, he's actually looked pretty reasonable. He's only had one kind of bad start. He struggled against Cleveland, but his last time out, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs against the Yankees. That's not too bad. He has struggled to get run support, which I guess isn't that shocking, but yeah, I mean, we've liked what we've seen from Mitch Spence. We'll see what he can do here against the Rays. I don't know if he's faced Tampa Bay yet this season. It looks like he definitely hasn't faced them as a starter. No, hasn't faced them at all. So we'll see how that goes. The bullpen for the Athletics, obviously a huge problem. A 5.77 bullpen ERA, one of the worst bullpens in the majors. And the offense, while it looked really good in the early goings, guys, and maybe it's looked a little bit better recently. I mean, 4, 6, 5, and 7 over their last 4 games. It hasn't been insane lately. I mean, they're down to 16th in runs scored. They're still 10th in slugging percentage and 14th in batting average, but they haven't been hitting the cover off the ball. So we'll see what they can do here on the road at the Tampa Bay Rays, who have now lost 3 out of their last 4, which is not great timing. They could have easily taken the lead there in the AL Central away from, or in the AL East away from the Yankees. But yeah, a little bit of a struggle here recently. But they'll hand the ball to Ryan Pepiot, who has been nuts here down the stretch. He's 5-6 this year, a 3.36 ERA. His last start was not good, but other than that, he'd been really good a couple outings in a row. A dominant start against Baltimore, a dominant start against Detroit before struggling his last time out. He was on the wrong end of that 22-8 beatdown that Baltimore laid on the Rays, the last time these two teams faced each other. So we'll see if he bounces back here. The odds makers are certainly expecting a bounce back, so I'd say it's a possibility. The bullpen for Tampa Bay has had its issues lately a little bit, but has been good over the course of the year, still in the top half of the majors. The offense has really turned around for this team, over the course of the season. But the last 3 games, 3, 4, and 1 runs respectively, not what you're looking for. They are still 7th in runs scored, 2nd in the MLB betting 258 as a team. They're 9th in the majors in on-base percentage, so plenty of positives still for the Tampa Bay Rays. So looking at the numbers for this game, it's a little bit surprising. The Athletics are plus 185. The Rays are minus 225. We've got a total of 9 out there. The Athletics are 21-25 on the road, 21-20-5 to the over on the road. Tampa Bay 27-25 at home, 19-15 to the under at home. I'm actually going to lean a bit towards the Athletics here at plus 185. Now, this isn't a spot I necessarily love. I mean, it took the Athletics extra innings to win their last game, and maybe the Rays are just slumping a little bit here. I'm not super worried about Pepiot. He'd been looking really good, but he hasn't been necessarily lights out this season. We'll see what he can do here against the Athletics. I mean, he's been pretty good. So this isn't a spot that I love, but I do think the Athletics are the value side. Next up, guys, we're looking at the St. Louis Cardinals going on the road to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Cardinals come into this game losers of their first two here in Pittsburgh, losing 7-0 and 1-0. So yeah, they've yet to score a run in this series. Kind of wild stuff. They'll hand the ball here to Sonny Gray, who's 8-2 this season, a 3.36 ERA. His last start was a complete game 11 strikeout shutout performance there against Cleveland. Only gave up the one hit shy, of having a no-hitter there. So, yeah, got to be a little bit annoying. 4 out of his last 5 starts have been absolutely lights out. The last time he faced the Pirates, he went 7 innings, gave up 2 hits and no runs. My only problem here with him is he's coming off that extended start. The last time he pitched 7 innings, his next outing he gave up 8 hits but no runs. The time for that, he pitched 7 innings against the Pirates and got shelled by the Phillies. So, we'll see if he'll be fine out here. But, yeah, I mean, he's had 2 dominant outings against the Pirates this season, 1 at home and 1 on the road. So, not too worried about Sonny Gray in this spot, except for that arm fatigue possibility. The Cardinals' bullpen generally hasn't been great this season, but they've been getting better. A 3.73 bullpen ERA. Not too bad. The offense obviously slumping hard, swinging some pretty cold bats coming into this game, despite, being pretty good in general this year. They've been a top 10 offense this season, no doubt about that. So we'll see if they can bounce back here a little bit going up against the Pirates, who are 37-50 on the year. Winners of their last 5 in a row, though, sweeping the Mets and then winning the first 2 here against the Cardinals. Kind of crazy stuff from the Pirates. They'll hand the ball here to Mitch Keller, who's had a rough year. He's 2-10 with a 3.90 ERA. This dude just doesn't get any run support. His last few starts have been, at least his last 3 starts have been pretty good. 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, and a 9-1 win against the Mets is what he did his last time out. In terms of his history against the Cardinals this year, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, and a 5-0 loss at St. Louis back on May 7th. And then much earlier in the season, back on April 9th, he was dominant over 7 1/3. So we'll see what we actually get in this game out of Mitch Keller. The bullpen of the Pirates has been drastically improved, down to a 3.67 bullpen ERA. That's a huge difference from what we were seeing early in the year when they were terrible. The offense is coming alive too. I mean, 1, 7, 12, 9, and 9 over this winning streak. But over the course of the year, this is not a very good offense. So not an offense that I'm not expecting to put up a ton of runs today. They're 29th in slugging percentage, 26th in runs scored, 24th in batting average, and they're going up against a pitcher they've struggled against this season. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Cardinals are minus 140. The Pirates are plus 118. We've got a total of 8 out there. St. Louis, 21-23 on the road, a 500 over-under team on the road. The Pirates, 25-21 at home, 24-15-2 to the under at home. I'm going to be leaning towards the Cardinals here at minus 140 pretty hard. I know Keller's been pretty good down the stretch, but I think despite coming off a complete game, we're going to see Sonny Gray look pretty good. I think he's going to have a pretty good time out there, and I think the Cardinals bats are going to wake up at some point. Now, in terms of the total here, I love the under. You could even talk me into no-run first inning in this game, but I think under 8 is very live. I don't think we're going to see some massive offense performance from these two teams going against these two pitchers. So I would say under 8 or the Cardinals both have some value. Next up, guys, we've got Game 1 here between the San Diego Padres and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Padres have lost 2 in a row, including the first game of the series. They lost 4-0. They'll hand the ball here to Nick Pivetta, who's 8-2 this year, a 3.36 ERA. His last start was against the Nationals. He was amazing. 10 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed, no runs given up over 7 innings in a 1-0 win. Over his last 5 starts, so I'd say 3 of them were mediocre, 2 of them were good. So we'll see what he does here against the Phillies. Not necessarily the easiest team to face, and he hasn't faced them yet this season. The bullpen for the Padres has been excellent all year long, a 3.32 bullpen ERA. The offense, though, has been pretty bad. They've scored 2 runs over their last 2 games. They're all the way down to, 23rd in the majors in runs scored, 24th in slugging percentage. Just not hitting the ball that well. So we'll see what they can do here against the Phillies, who are 50-35 on the year. They've won 3 out of their last 4. Their offense not necessarily lighting the world on fire, but we'll see what they can do here handing the ball to young Mick Abel, who's 2-1, a 3.47 ERA. He's fresh off of a weird outing there at Atlanta. I'm not even sure what happened in that. He didn't register any meaningful stats or it was a bullpen outing. I'm not sure what went on there. But before that, struggled against the Mets, but before that, a good start against the Marlins. And obviously, the Phillies are in need of bullpen help. So them, sticking him in the bullpen a little bit where they can certainly makes sense. He hasn't faced the Padres yet this year, but I think he'll be decent out there in this one. I do worry about the Phillies bullpen, though. It hasn't been very good this season. A 4.51 bullpen ERA is certainly a problem. The offense, though, can bail them out at times, although recently they've scored 4, 2, and 1 runs over their last 3 games. So that's not great. They're still 11th in runs scored and 8th in batting average, but not a team that's swinging the hottest bats. So looking at the numbers for this game, guys, both teams are listed at -110. If you can look around a little bit, we've got a total of 9 in this game. The Padres 20-25 on the road, 24-19-2 to the under on the road. The Phillies 27-14 at home, 28-15-1 to the under at home. In terms of a side, I'm going to lean just slightly towards the Padres here, but I think the better value in this game is just take under 9. I don't think we're going to see a crazy amount of offense out here. I don't think Abel's going to be terrible. I do worry a little bit about the bullpen situation there for the Phillies, but I'm not that scared of the Padres bats. So definitely under 9 here in game 1 of the Padres-Phillies doubleheader seems very, very live. Hey guys, hopping in here with a quick reminder of the sponsor of today and every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Click the link in the description to go over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, our premium members are getting daily MLB and UFC picks, with other major sports obviously, right around the corner. Major League Baseball has been our most profitable sport the last several years in a row, off to a great first half of the season. At Stump the Spread, you'll be able to see exclusive free picks that are only posted there, our free-to-use bet size calculator, and our premium top confidence picks, which might not always match what you see in there in the video, as I am not the premium capper for MLB over at StumpTheSpread.com. We've got a guy with many more years of baseball capping experience. He uses some very sophisticated tools and algorithms to make his predictions, and he has been killing it lately, guys. His last, yesterday, for instance, the July 1st, yesterday, he had the Pirates as a 3-unit play. That was a solid win there. He had the Royals as a 2-unit play, another win, and he had the Red Sox there in that game that got suspended. So we'll see if he comes up with a 3-0 day, but very, very good stuff there. Obviously, he has been, he knows his stuff, guys. A crazy amount of work goes into his premium picks, and he's taking every data point you could possibly imagine for an MLB game into consideration, way more than I have time to mention in these YouTube videos. So definitely consider going over there, signing up for a premium package, but also just get over there and sign up for a free account, and that'll get you on the email newsletter list, and there is great information in that email every single day. There'll be at least one free pick, sometimes 2. There'll be parlays, information on niche sports betting like golf, NASCAR, tennis, all kinds of crazy stuff, guys. Definitely worth getting on that list. It's free information straight to your inbox every single day with almost no effort from you. Also, if you're a huge fan of what you're seeing from us here every single day, click the little join button right below the video to become a channel member here on YouTube. Channel members are eligible for our members only giveaways. We'll be giving away a Stump the Spread hoodie each and every week this month. So here on the 7th, we'll be rolling for another giveaway. We did a giveaway there on July 1st. Going to do another one on the 7th, guys. And I love sending out merch to my channel members. It's a very, very cool thing. And if you're interested in getting in on that, click that little join button. And also, guys, channel members get early access to all my videos and get their names up on screen in every video like you've been seeing right now. But let's go ahead and dive back in. We've got a ton of games here to cover, and next up, we're going to be looking at game 1 between the Detroit Tigers and the Washington Nationals. The Tigers come into this game 53-32 on the season. They got the 3-0 win there their last time out, finishing off that series against the Twins pretty strong. This is going to be technically, game 1 here of this series. They're going to be playing, this is game 1 of a doubleheader as well. They'll hand the ball to Tyler Holton. He comes in this game with a 4.34 ERA. He's normally a bullpen guy. He has made some starts, but they haven't been, very long starts. His last 3 outings have all been very good, not giving up any runs. I'm not saying I'm in love with how he's throwing the ball recently, though, necessarily. And like his last time, he had an extended outing. Or wait, he didn't have an extended outing. Just kidding. So, yeah, we'll see what he looks like in this matchup going against the Nationals. He has not faced the Nationals this season, it doesn't look like. So we'll see. It's a bullpen start for Detroit. That's the moral of the story, guys. And the bullpen for the Tigers this year, while it's been decent most of the season, has struggled a little bit recently, up to a 3.71 bullpen ERA. The offense, though, looking okay. 3, 10, 1, and 8 runs over their last few games. Riley Green obviously having a great season, and in general, they're 5th in the majors in runs scored and 5th in batting average. So I think they're going to be okay out there against the Nationals, who come into this game looking maybe a little bit better. They just won 2 out of 3 against the Angels. They'll hand the ball here to Trevor Williams, who's 3-9 on the season, a 5.65 ERA. His last start was against the Padres, 5 innings, 7 hits, and 4 earned runs against the Padres. Pretty weak hitting. Doesn't exactly fill me with confidence. Also, the Nationals have lost 4 out of his last 5 starts, so that's not ideal. We'll see what he can get done here against the Tigers. I mean, We'll see. I just have not been in love with what we've seen from Trevor Williams this season. It's been a bit of a struggle. Yeah, he hasn't faced Detroit this year, but we'll see what he can do. Now, the bullpen for the Nationals, obviously terrible, worst in the majors. A 5.84 bullpen ERA is atrocious. The offense has been putting up some numbers, though, 7, 2, and 15 over their series against the Angels. So they come in swinging some pretty hot bats. They're 15th in runs scored, 19th in batting average, but 20th in on-base percentage. I don't know if I'm really sold on this team putting up a ton of runs in most situations. So looking at the numbers for this game, the Tigers are minus 160. The Nationals are plus 140. We've got a total of 9 out there. Detroit is 23 and 18 on the road, 26 and 15 to the over on the road. Washington 16 and 24 at home, 22, 20, and 2 to the over at home. Maybe we should lean towards the over in this game since the bullpen start against a not very good offense start kind of deal, but I mean, we'll see. It's not something I'm in love with. I'm also not in love with the side in this game. I will take the Nationals at plus 140 as a tiny lean because, they're actually putting a real starter on the mound, but not a spot where I'm showing tons of value. Next up, guys, we're looking at game one between the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Mets. The Brewers come into this game 47 and 37 on the season. Obviously, they lost the last game there against the Rockies, but they've been playing really well here down the stretch. They'll hand the ball to Freddie Peralta, who's 8 and 4 this season, a 2.90 ERA. His last start was against the Pirates. 5 innings, 7 hits, and 3 earned runs is not the norm of what we've seen from him. Now, he did strike out 8 in that game, but overall, he did not look amazing. I'm expecting a little bit of a bounce back from him here. I mean, I'm not really complaining about what Peralta's done. He's looked very good this season. He hasn't faced the Mets yet, but I think he'll have a good outing. The bullpen for Milwaukee has been something of a concern all year long. A 4.23 bullpen ERA is not good, definitely below average in the majors. The offense, not looking too shabby the last few games. I mean, they did get shut out. Or no, not just kidding. They only had 3 runs in their last game against the Rockies. But we've seen good stuff from guys like Yelich. I mean, they're 9th in runs scored, 16th in batting average, 13th in on-base percentage. So not an offense that I think is terrible. They're going up against a Mets team who comes into this game fresh off getting swept by the Pirates. Hasn't looked great recently. They'll hand the ball to claim Holmes in this game, who's 8 and 4, a 2.97 ERA. His last start was against the Braves, and he was very good. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. But, I mean, he struggled against Atlanta back on the 19th. He had a mediocre outing against the Rockies back on the 1st. He's also had some good outings, but I'm not 100% sold on Clay Holmes or really any of the Mets starters right now. It's been a bit of a struggle. We'll see what he can do here against the Brewers. Not a team he's faced yet this season, so we'll see. The Mets bullpen has also struggled a bit recently, up to a 3.70 bullpen ERA. That's not a very good look, so plenty of room for concern about the Mets pitching staff, and the offense hasn't been much better. They scored 4 total runs over that series at Pittsburgh. There's a reason they got swept there, guys. They're all the way down to 14th in runs scored, 18th in batting average. Like, this was supposed to be an amazing offense, but it just hasn't looked amazing in the last, I don't know, it's been a bit now. So looking at the numbers, I'm not shocked, I guess, but a little bit surprised. The Brewers are plus 115. The Mets are minus 135. We've got a total of 8 in this game. The Brewers are a 500 road team. They're 21, 17, and 2 to the under on the road. The Mets are 29 and 12 at home. That's an MLB best home mark somehow still. They're 24 and 19 to the under at home. I'm not interested in under 8. You could maybe talk me into no run first inning in this game, but better than that, guys. I think this is a spot we need to lean towards the Brewers here at plus 115. I think they could be our dog of the day. Peralta being on the mound is a big plus for this team, and the bats haven't looked terrible recently. Rolling along through these games, we've got the Minnesota Twins going on the road to take on the Miami Marlins. The Twins have now lost 3 in a row, including losing game 1 of this series against the Marlins. Also, slam that thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing the no-run first inning on that Marlins game there yesterday. The Twins will hand the ball here to Simeon Woods-Richardson, who's 3 and 4 this year, a 4.63 ERA. His last start was against the Mariners. He was actually really good. One of his better starts this year. 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs allowed. He's been a little bit all over the place. I mean, he was getting shelled there at the beginning of June and then, bounced back a little bit and also had that IL stint. So we'll see which version of Simeon Woods-Richardson we get here going up against the Marlins, a team that I don't believe he has not faced yet this year. The Twins bullpen was good at some points earlier in the year, but has been bad recently. A 4.34 bullpen ERA. Definitely putting them in the bottom half of the majors. And the offense has scored 0, 0, 5, 4, 10, and 2 runs over their last few games. So yeah, no runs over their last 2 games. Swinging some very cold bats coming into this one. They're 19th in runs scored, 23rd in batting average, all the way down to 22nd in on-base percentage. This Twins team, guys, I don't know how to figure them out. They looked really good over that winning streak, but now they look really bad. So we'll see what they can do against the Marlins, who are looking amazing. They've won 8 in a row, one of the hottest teams in the majors. They'll hand the ball here to Jansen Junk, one of the elite baseball pitcher names you could possibly have. He's coming off a terrible start against the Giants, guys. 3 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. So maybe he can bounce back here, getting to pitch at home against a pretty weak hitting Twins team. But we'll see. He had looked really good, his 2 outings before that. So we'll see if he's got a bounce back in him. We'll see if this Marlins bullpen can continue to kind of turn things around. But they haven't been very good over the course of the year. A 4.33 bullpen ERA though is definitely a number that's dropping. They'll handle their offense in general. 2, 6, 8, 9, and 12 over their last few games. Pretty solid for a team that's 21st in runs scored and 9th in batting average. So we'll see if they can keep things rolling here. They're slight underdogs in this game. The Twins are -125. The Marlins are +105. We've got a total of 8.5 out there. Minnesota 18-28 on the road, 25-18-3 to the under on the road. The Marlins are 18-24 at home, 24-17 to the over at home. I'll lean just slightly towards over 8.5 in this game, but I'm not going against this, streaking Marlins team. So give me the Marlins at +105 here. Although with Junk on the mound, I don't really know if I've got enough faith to put this anywhere near the pinned comment. Next up, we're looking at the New York Yankees going on the road to take on the Toronto Blue Jays. The Yankees are 48-37 on the season. They've lost the first 2 games of this series. Here in Game 3, they'll hand the ball to Will Warren, who's 5-4 on the year, a 4.37 ERA. His last 4 starts have all been very reasonable, but against the Athletics, Orioles, Angels, and Royals, not necessarily the toughest teams to face. Toronto definitely a tougher team to face, if you're on the mound. He hasn't faced the Blue Jays yet this season, so we'll see how he does. The Yankees bullpen, a 3.77 bullpen ERA, definitely part of their recent struggles. It has not been great here recently, and the offense hasn't really been itself for quite a while at this point. They've scored 5, 4, 12, 0, 3, 7, and 4 over their last few games. I don't know, guys. They're still 4th in runs scored and 2nd in on-base percentage, but they just have not looked like that dominant offense from earlier this year. So we'll see what they can do against the Blue Jays, who are up to 47-38 on the year. They're currently 1 game back of the Yankees for the top spot there in the AL East. They've won 3 in a row and 5 of their last 6. They'll hand the ball here to Jose Barrios, who's 4-3 this season, a 3.26 ERA. His last time out, he was lights out against the Red Sox. 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs allowed, struck out 8 and walked 1 in a 9-0 win. We'll see what he looks like here against the Yankees. Has he faced the Yankees yet this season? Yeah, he faced them back in late April. And he was good. 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, no runs allowed. And that was back when the Yankees were hitting the ball. And that's not something they've been doing here recently. So I like Barrios in this spot a good amount. The Toronto bullpens look better than the Yankees bullpen here recently. A 3.68 bullpen ERA. Not a lot of hiccups there. The offense has been killing it. 12, 5, 5, 1, 9, and 6 over their last few games. They're all the way up to 13th in the majors in runs scored, 4th in batting average, batting .257 as a team. They're 5th in on-base percentage, getting on base at a 328 clip. We've loved what we've seen from, just a lot of guys. Springer coming off of a great game. This team is killing it right now. So I'm pretty shocked to see the Yankees here as favorites. So they're -130. The Blue Jays are +110. We've got a total of 9 in this game. The Yankees are 22-20 on the road. They're 22-18-2 to the under on the road. Toronto is 27-16 at home. They are a 500 over-under team at home. Guys, we're definitely taking the Blue Jays here at +110. They could be our dog of the day if it ends up being our biggest underdog play that we like, but definitely getting Toronto here at plus money with Barrios on the mound, it seems like a steal to me. Rolling right along here, guys, we've got the Cincinnati Reds going on the road to take on the Boston Red Sox. The Reds come into this game 44-41 on the season. They're fresh off that 13-6 win, and they're going to have to play out the back half of a suspended game here today before playing this evening game, which is what we're looking at in this, pick. In this evening game, they're going to hand the ball to Nick Martinez, who's 5-8 this season, a 4.12 ERA. His last time out, maybe his best start of the season. 8 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run given up in an 8-1 win there against the Padres. So very, very good stuff there. We'll see if he can keep it rolling here against the Red Sox. Not a team with the scariest offense right now. Obviously, he hasn't faced Boston yet this season, but we'll see how Nick Martinez looks. Not my favorite starter in the MLB, but we'll see. The Reds' bullpen has looked great at some points this year, but it seems like they might actually just straight up be bad now. A 4.12 bullpen ERA, not great. The Reds' offense has scored 6, 3, 4, 8, and 1 runs over their last few games. I was thinking they were flying a little bit close to the sun. They're still 10th in runs scored, 15th in batting average, and 15th in on-base percentage. I think MLB average is more what we're looking at with this offense. But we'll see. They've got some very exciting young guys like Ellie De La Cruz, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes here as they take on the Red Sox, who are 42 and 44 on the year, not having the year they had imagined. They'll hand the ball to Brian Bello in this game, who's 3-3, a 3.41 ERA. His last amount didn't look great against Toronto. 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs allowed. It could have been worse, but it was a 9-0 loss there. His start for that, he was okay against the Giants, but haven't really loved what we've been seeing from him on the mound, at least not since that good start against the Yankees, which looks like a little bit of an aberration. The Boston bullpen, though, has been excellent. Top 7 or 8 in the majors. A 3.59 bullpen ERA is totally fine. And I know it's weird to say a team is not good at the plate when they're coming off a 13-run game. They scored 13, 3, and 15 over their last few, but I think they took a pretty big step back, with that trade. And I know they're 6th in runs scored, and 6th in slugging percentage, but I'm not expecting miracles from them at the plate. So looking at the numbers here, the Reds are plus 110. The Red Sox are minus 132. We've got a total of 9.5. Cincinnati's 20 and 22 on the road, 21, 20, and 1 to the under on the road. Boston, 24 and 19 at home, basically a 500 over-under team at home. I'll lean a little bit towards under 9.5 in this game. In terms of a side, I am going to lean just slightly towards the Reds here. I don't love it. It's not going anywhere near the pinned comment. Nothing from this game is, but that's what I'm seeing. Cruising through these games, guys, we're looking at the Los Angeles Angels going on the road to take on the Atlanta Braves. The Angels won game 1 of the series 4-0, so slam the thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing the Angels there yesterday as a sizable underdog as our dog of the day. They'll hand the ball in this one to Yusei Kikuchi, who's 3-6 on the year, a 2.79 ERA. His last start, very good, guys. 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, none of them were earned. Struck out 12 and walked 1 against the Red Sox in a 5-2 win. 4 out of his last 5 starts have been very playable, and we'll see what he can do here against the Atlanta Braves, a team that I don't believe he's faced. No, he hasn't faced them yet this year. The bullpen for the Angels has maybe looked slightly better here recently, down to a 5.08 bullpen ERA, which is obviously still terrible, but we'll see. At least they are maybe headed in the right direction. The offense, 4, 8, 9, 5, 3, and 9 over their last few. This team is weirdly decent at the plate, even though it doesn't really make a ton of sense. They're 9th in slugging percentage. They're 17th in runs scored, so they're okay. We'll see if they can come up with some runs here against the Braves, who are 38 and 46 on the year. Losers of 5 out of their last 6. They'll hand the ball in this one to Fuentes. This young 20-year-old guy is 0-2 on the year, a 10.80 ERA. It's only his 3rd start, but he's gotten shelled by the Marlins and shelled against the Mets, and we've seen the Braves lose both of those games so far this year. So maybe he'll get it figured out, but right now, not looking too promising. The Athletics bullpen, I would say it's been decent this season for sure, a 3.69 bullpen ERA. They might be in for a lot of work today. We'll see. The offense has been pretty terrible. These were 0-1, 6-0-0, and 3 over their last few games. This team hasn't been able to hit it all year long. They're 24th in runs scored, 22nd in slugging percentage. Not a lot of scary bats there for the Braves. So looking at the numbers of this game, I'm shocked to see the Angels be underdogs again. They're plus 118. The Braves are minus 140. We've got a total of 9.5 out there. The Angels are a 500 road team. They're 23, 20, and 1 to the over on the road. Atlanta, 23 and 18 at home. 22, 19, and 2 to the under at home. Guys, I'm definitely leaning pretty hard here towards the Angels at plus 118. They could definitely end up in the pinned comment. They could be our dog of the day. I think they're very good value here with Kikuchi on the mound. I don't want to say they're necessarily the better team, but it seemed like they're actually the better team here in this matchup. So definitely give me them getting plus money. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Cleveland Guardians going on the road to take on the Chicago Cubs. The Guardians 40 and 43 on the season, currently on a 5-game losing streak. They'll hand the ball to Tanner Bybee, hoping he can turn things around for him. He's 4-8, a 3.90 ERA. His last start was against Toronto and was pretty good, but we see the Braves take the 6-0 loss in that one. Start for that, he got shelled by the Athletics. In general this season, I don't hate what we've seen from Bybee. We'll see what he can do against the Cubs. Not a team he's faced this year. The Cleveland bullpen's been way worse this season than last season. An ERA all the way up over 4. And the offense has been terrible, guys. 2, 0, 6, 0, and 0 over their last few games. Jose Ramirez cannot carry this team. He's not looking like that. Just not that good. They're 26th in runs scored and 29th in batting average. So we'll see if they can come up with a miracle here against the Cubs, who are 50 and 35 on the season. They're handing the ball in this one to Shota Imanaga, who's 4-2, a 2.54 ERA, making his 2nd start since coming off the IL. His first one, he lit up the Cardinals. 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs allowed. So I'm assuming very good stuff here from Imanaga. In terms of the Cubs bullpen, it's been very good this season. A 3.25 bullpen ERA is 2nd best in the majors right now. The offense hasn't been crazy on fire recently, but over the course of the season, they've been great. I mean, they're 2nd in runs scored. They are 3rd in batting average, so I'm not too worried about the Cubs at the plate going up against Bybee and the Cleveland Guardians bullpen. So looking at the numbers for this game, I'm kind of shocked The Guardians are plus 135. The Cubs are minus 154. Total of 7.5 in this one. Cleveland 20-23 on the road, 23-16-4 to the under on the road. The Cubs are 26-13 at home, 23-17-4 to the over at home. Guys, I love the Cubs here in this game. Chicago at minus 154 could end up being our lock of the day. It's definitely going in the pin comment one way or the other. I think Imanaga is in for another lights out appearance. Next up, we've got the Baltimore Orioles going on the road to take on the Texas Rangers. The Orioles come into this game fresh off a 10-2 loss there yesterday, so slam that thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing the Rangers as our lock of the day there yesterday. The Orioles will hand the ball in this one to Tomoyuki Sagano, who is 6-4 on the year, a 4.06 ERA. He did get shelled by Tampa Bay his last time out, but that was in that crazy 22-8 game, so I mean, make of that what you will. Over his last 4 starts, though, he's looked very, very hittable, so that's obviously a concern. Going up against the Rangers, he hasn't faced them yet this year, so I'm not too high on Sagano right now. Also not high on that Orioles bullpen. 5th worst in the majors, a 4.66 bullpen ERA. The offense for Baltimore, obviously, we've talked about this many, many times, but they're not nearly as good as last year. They have scored some runs here recently. I got to give them some credit, but they're still 22nd in batting average and 24th in on-base percentage. Not an offense that gets me super jazzed up. So we'll see what they can do here against the Rangers, who are obviously fresh off that 10-2 win. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Nathan Eovaldi. He's 4-3 on the year, a 1.87 ERA. His last start was against the Mariners, and it was his first time back after being off for like a month. He wasn't that great. 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. So we'll see if he can work himself back into form here, but that wasn't that encouraging. The Rangers bullpen overall, great. 5th best in the majors, so that's not a concern. The concern for this team is their offense, and while they're coming off of a 10-run game, that's just not the norm for this team. They're 28th in runs scored. They are 28th in on-base percentage. I'm going to worry about them every night at the plate. So looking at the numbers for this game, the Orioles are plus 130. The Rangers are minus 148. We've got totals out there of 8 or 8.5. Baltimore 18-26 on the road, 28-15-1 to the under on the road. The Rangers are 25-19 at home, 24-17-1 to the under at home. Well, first up in this game, guys, you would have to think we'd have to look at the under just based on the trends here. I don't necessarily love it. I would also lean a bit towards the Rangers here at minus 148, just under the impression that Eovaldi might get back on track. And, obviously Sagano's been struggling, but I don't trust enough of what's going on in this specific spot to put this one in the pinned comment. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Houston Astros going on the road to take on the Colorado Rockies. The Astros won game 1 of this series 6-5, so a very close one. They needed, a grand slam there, but yeah, they'll take it. Obviously, they've been playing really well here down the stretch. They'll hand the ball to Hunter Brown, who's 8-3, a 1.74 ERA. This kid has been nuts this year, guys. He's given up 0, 1, 2, 1, and 0 earned runs over his last 5 starts, all of which were wins for the Astros. So I'm expecting him to be very, very good out there against the Rockies. Has he faced Colorado this season? It does not appear so. But the Astros bullpen's also been one of the best bullpens in the majors this season, and the offense is coming alive as well. Like, this team has built a 7-game lead out there in the AL West, and it doesn't seem like they're slowing down anytime soon. The offense is figuring itself out, like a lot of positives coming out of the Astros right now. So we'll see what they do here on the road against the Rockies, who are obviously terrible, 19-66 on the year. They're giving the ball to Austin Gomber, who's 0-1 this season, a 6.14 ERA. His last start was actually excellent. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run there against the Dodgers. So maybe he's going to be good for them. We'll see what that looks like. The bullpen is terrible, though. A 4.55 bullpen ERA. And the offense is one of the worst in the majors. They're last in on-base percentage. They are 28th in runs scored, 27th in batting average. Like, I don't have a lot of positives to tell you guys about the Rockies right now. So looking at the numbers for this one, the Astros, massive favorites. They're minus 260. The Rockies are plus 210. We've got a total of 11 out there. Houston, 18-20 on the road, 19-16-3 to the under on the road. Colorado, 8-32 at home. That's an MLB worst home mark. 28-15-1 to the under at home. That's an MLB best mark to the under. Taking unders at Coors Field feels bad, guys, but I'll take under 11 in this game with not a ton of hesitation. I would also take under in the first 5. I think Gomber will be fine out there. I think Hunter Brown's obviously going to be amazing. So I think under 11 is the best value on this game, and I obviously think the Astros will also win. Next up, we've got the Kansas City Royals going on the road to take on the Seattle Mariners. The Royals came away with a 6-3 winning game 2 of this series, but still 6 games below 500. They've got a lot of work to do. They'll hand the ball here to Noah Cameron, who's 2-4 on the year, a 2.79 ERA. His last time out did not have a good time against the Dodgers. Time before that was fine against the Padres, so we'll see which version of him we get in this game, but I've been a little bit worried about this dude his last couple starts. The Royals bullpen's been excellent this season, no concerns there. The problem is this team's got no offense. They are 30th, dead last in runs scored, 25th in on-base percentage. They just got no hitters. It feels like. So we'll see what they do against the Mariners, who are probably pretty tilted about losing that last one. They'll hand the ball here to Logan Gilbert, who's 2-2 on the year, a 3.55 ERA. His last couple of starts haven't looked that great, and since coming back off the IL, he's really only had one good outing. So we'll see if he can find a good start here against the Royals. Not that tough of a team to have a good outing against. The Mariners' bullpen has been excellent this season. The offense has been drastically improved. So looking at the numbers here, I'm not shocked to see them big favorites. The Royals are plus 154. The Mariners are minus 182. We've got a total of 7 out there. The Royals are 19-22 on the road, 23-17-1 to the under on the road. Seattle 21-19 at home, 25-18-1 to the over at home. I don't hate over 7 in this game. I could see that happening. If neither starter has a great day. In terms of a side, I'm not going to be fading the Mariners here, so give me the Mariners at minus 182, I guess, but it's a terrible price. Next up, we've got the San Francisco Giants going on the road to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Giants have now lost 4 in a row. They'll hand the ball to Landon Roop, hoping he can get them back on track. He's 6-5, a 3.43 ERA. His last start, he gave up 7 hits, but only 1 unearned run there against the White Sox and a 3-1 win. I mean, he's looked good over his last 2 starts, but he's had some hiccups here recently, and I'm not sure if I'm totally sold on this guy going up against the Diamondbacks here. He hasn't faced Arizona yet this year, but that's a tough team to face. Obviously, the Giants' bullpen's been amazing, but having a few bumps in the road here recently, and the offense is certainly nothing special. 2-2, 2-0, and 3 runs over their last few games. Swinging some pretty cold bats here, and doing that against Arizona can be rough. They've lost, Arizona's won the first 2 games of the series, winning 8-2 and 4-2. They'll hand the ball to Merrill Kelly in this game, who's 7-4 on the year, a 3.49 ERA. He didn't look that good over his last 3 starts, though, so we'll see if he's got a bounce back in him here against the Giants. He faced them back in mid-May, went 7 innings, 8 hits, 1 earned run, and a 2-1 win. So we'll see. The Diamondbacks bullpen, obviously terrible. Their offense, though, has been great at times this year, and their season-long numbers look very, very good. They've been a little bit banged up, but I think they're going to be okay in this matchup going up against Roop. Looking at the numbers here, the Giants are plus 110, the Diamondbacks are minus 130. We've got a total of 8.5. The Giants are 3 games below 500 on the road. They are basically a 500 over-under team on the road. Arizona is 500 at home. They are 22-18-2 to the over at home. I'm going to lean towards the Diamondbacks here at minus 130. The Giants have looked terrible recently, so yeah, I really don't hate Arizona at home in this spot. I'll always be worried about their bullpen, but I think with Merrill Kelly on the mound against the Giants, they should be okay. Next up, guys, and the last game we've got on the slate, we're looking at the Chicago White Sox going on the road to take on the LA Dodgers. The White Sox lost game 1 of this series 6-1, and no shocker, not having an amazing year. They'll hand the ball in this game to Brandon Easert, I believe is how you say it, and yeah, this is a bullpen start for the White Sox. So that's not ideal, obviously, for a team that's bullpen has been pretty mediocre. I mean, a 4.06 bullpen ERA is not the end of the world, but definitely not a bullpen that I trust to make an entire start here against a team as good as the Dodgers. Now, the offense for the White Sox has maybe looked slightly better recently, but still terrible. They're 29th in runs scored. They're last in batting average, last in slugging percentage. Once again, guys, this team is looking like maybe the worst offense in the majors. They're going up against the Dodgers. Not the easiest team to face if you're the worst offense in the majors. The Dodgers will hand the ball here to Clayton Kershaw, who's 4-0 this year, a 3.03 ERA. Bro has apparently found the fountain of youth. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, and 1 earned run against the Rockies. The Dodgers have won all of his last 5 starts. He has been a big help to them. They've had a lot of pitching injuries this year, so hopefully he can stay healthy. The Dodgers bullpen's been pretty bad down the stretch. We'll see if they can look a little bit better here at some point. They maybe need to make some moves to improve that bullpen, and obviously the offense has been absolutely bonkers this year. They're first in runs scored, first in every major statistical category. Ohtani up to 30 home runs. Yeah, this is just like a crazy, crazy, crazy team. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the White Sox are massive favorites massive underdogs at plus 260. The Dodgers are massive favorites at minus 335. Total of 9 in this game. The White Sox 9-32 on the road, an MLB worst road mark. They're 25-14-2 to the under on the road. The Dodgers are 30-14 at home, 20-19 to the under at home. I mean, obviously, I think the Dodgers are going to win this game. I think you could pretty safely take them at minus 1.5 here. Now, if you take the Dodgers at minus 1.5, what kind of price tag are we looking at? It's not going to be anything too special, I wouldn't think. Let us see. Yeah, the Dodgers at minus 1.5 is minus 160, minus 155, somewhere in that range. So I doubt this is going to make it in the pinned comment for me, but I wouldn't blame anybody that wanted to take that. Guys, that's all the games we have here for today. Hit that like button for good luck on all of your bets and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know in the comments any questions you have on today's slate. Make sure you're checking back on the pinned comment throughout the day to see if we put any of these game twos in the pinned comment. We're not covering any of the game twos of these doubleheaders today, so check on that for sure. I appreciate you guys watching. Get over to stumpthespread.com and get on that free email list. It's great information straight to your inbox every single day. And we will be right back here. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, for more sports betting action.